Hey guys, welcome back. I apologize for the scruff. I haven't really gotten around to shaving, but I will soon. I know, unprofessional of me. How dare I? Let's talk a little bit about how to think and why the truth is important to pursue with all your livelihood. You really have to want it. You have to have the utmost desire, and how to go about doing so, at least from my perspective. Okay. Now, I think this is one of the most important traits that teachers in school should have, right? It's not about what to think, it's about how to think. Because we can easily read from a book, we can easily process information and get information for that knowledge, for that teacher. But if we don't understand what we've learned, what we've integrated into ourselves, or rather incorporated into our brains, then we can't integrate it and fully live it, fully accept it for what it is, and with the knowing that that is true, right? Because that integration can also be a test of whether that is true. Okay, so if I think that chasing pleasure all my life is the ultimate truth of this place, and hedonism, right, is the ultimate truth, then once I integrate that as part of my being and go out and pursue that as uh, um, my running belief system, then I will get hit with some sort of pain and despair and depression along the way, more than likely, right? Because I've integrated it into my life. That's how I'm living it. That's how I'm orienting myself. Yet then I am hitting these things that I wasn't expecting. Okay, right? So then I have to start thinking. I have to start questioning my belief systems, or I can just keep avoiding them and keep pursuing that, thinking in my egoic ways that that is the truth and there's nothing else, right? If I'm some sort of atheist, and although I notice logical creation, a logical mind, and logical order in nature, and I just say, oh, that's random, I avoid that. I use cognitive dissonance. Then I'm not truly thinking. I'm not thinking for myself. I don't know how to think, and I don't know how to adapt to belief systems. Now, I say the truth will set you free because, first of all, uh, the man that we know as Jesus may have said that at some point in time. Now, whether you believe in whether Jesus exists or not is, uh, irrelevant, because someone, it was recorded, had said that the truth may set you free, right? At least the writer said that. Whether it was about someone else saying that or not, someone in history, some writer decided to put those words on a piece of paper and say, the truth will set you free. Now, why would they say that? Well, let's take the idea of a cage around us, right? Those cage is invisible. But all of a sudden, or no, rather, it's invisible, we're unaware of it, we go through life with this cage. Sometimes we start hitting things in front of us, but we don't hit it. The cage hits it, but we're unaware. We're just like, what is that? I don't know. Whoever, or whatever it is. And then maybe we start developing ideas. Maybe there is something there. Let's test it. Let's see, if I walk in proximity to something, will I hit it, right? And you can make this analogous to your belief systems. Let me test my belief systems. If I take this atheistic belief system and I start looking at and observing nature and observing mathematical codes, there does seem to be, potentially, there is the possibility of a creator. And then, of course, you have to take it to the next step. Well, nature is beautiful. Means the creator must be beautiful too, right? Oh, wait. That's only one aspect of nature that I'm observing that is beautiful. Is it beautiful, or is it just, have I romanticized it into being beautiful? Is what I'm really looking at a form of order, a logical order, a harmonious disharmony, right? So going back to the cage, I'm bumping up into things. Okay, I'm noticing, I'm observing, I'm taking objective as best as I can, objectively taking these facts as best as we can call them facts, right? Because how much of a fact can it be? How much of testing can you really do in a fake world, right? In a world of illusion that we also have a part in creating. And I'm observing. Okay, the cage just seems to be hitting up against things. There must be something surrounding me. And all of a sudden, it's like a veil starts being lifted from your eyes, and you actually start seeing and manifesting the cage. And then you may say, well, no. Or rather, the first thought that should arise is, am I the one that created this cage? Am I the one that manifested it because of my own belief systems? Basically, you're questioning, am I crazy, right? And it's something that I've done with a lot of these beliefs, a lot of these ideas that I now hold regarding the reincarnation process. But then you look at others. You take, let's say, another person, and you make them run into things. Oh, you observe the same phenomena. They're also bumping into things further away from them, you know, alluding to the fact that they may also have a cage. Now, the truth is, let's say that there is the cage. The cage is there. What is more likely to set you free? Knowing that there is a cage, or not knowing that there is that invisible cage? That there is something that needs to be unlocked? Because you could easily fall back asleep once realizing the truth and say, no, it's not true. I manifested that. I am the result of that creation, and the cage starts disappearing. See, I told you, it's gone now. But you will still run into, at some point along the line, limitations where, you know, yeah, I'm a god, I can do all these things, I can create, blah blah blah, but boom, wait a second, I can't actually do that. Oh wait, yeah, I have free will, but wait, in some way I'm limited here. I can't just wake up and go be a professional soccer player, even though I've put all my effort into it, and I've done all the quote-unquote magic and mental gymnastics that I can do. It's still not working out for me. Well, why is that? Oh wait, there's this idea of this overlapping script that I'm part of. How much freedom do I have to move along this script? And who was in charge of this script? Did I make this script? Who co-signed on this or signed off on this themselves? And who are these beings, let's say? And is this whole place scripted, or is it just my life? It's just my area of operation, right? So along the line, you will still run into the same limitations that you ran into previously without knowing that the cage was there. So this is essentially how people need to discern and to fully debate themselves, essentially, right? And this helps from taking into account other people's perspectives, right? Maybe you don't trust your own perspective, so then, like I said, you go out and you test it on other people. How do they act? What do they think? What are they running into? Are they seeing the same things as me? Am I the only one that, let's say, is experiencing what I may think is delusion or craziness? But then wait, why are all these people encountering similar phenomena, dealing with similar entities, traveling through astral realms and seeing common observations where things are repeated, where people are still working in the astrals, where people are still dealing with Orwellian thought forms and Orwellian systems of control? Who is managing this system? Why is it that in this realm, the creator of this realm made such a hierarchy in which everything depends on something below it, essentially, to extract energy from it, right? And we think we're at the top of the food chain, we're fine, right? Yet somehow we are also intertwined with it and we could easily fall down this food chain and not be at the top. But of course, we're not actually at the top because we have our own entities feeding off us. Why is it that constant reincarnation is needed to keep this system into alignment, to keep the processing up? And what purpose does each being in this place actually serve? Because everything seems to have a specific job. Yet here we are, jobless. We're essentially the most unfit to even survive here. Shouldn't we have more hair on our body? Shouldn't we have more combative abilities? We simply have intelligence. Where did that come from? Where did this intelligence all of a sudden sprout from that we are able to maneuver throughout this realm? Yet all of these other beings seem to only have base intelligence, kind of like computers. So if one computer, let's say one being of this level of intelligence, then comes into contact sexually, information transfer, with a being of this level of intelligence, the level of intelligence is not going to surpass these two levels. It's going to be somewhere in the middle, right? They're going to meet in the middle. So two computers aren't going to exchange data that is higher data outside of that network, let's say. That being said, the only way to upgrade that computer's intelligence when it's connected to a network is if it becomes aware of itself, or if something outside of it comes and says, yeah, here, let me give you this new technological update of your graphics card. You've just jumped like 300 points or whatever in processing speed and intelligence. And that's why you get certain people where they're like, here. And this, I'm just talking about simply the intelligence component, not even considering the actual spirit inside people. You have this intelligence component, and this computer can only process whatever 60 frames. You're not going to be able to process 120 frames in this computer because it doesn't have the capability. So how come all the other beings, based on evolution, haven't been able to also make that jump in all of this time that humanity has, let's say, existed on this planet? But of course, that's why they tell you civilization is only as 5,000 years old. But then, of course, you observe other animals that are said to be 25 million years old, and they're somehow unchanged. Right? We have skeletal remains of humans being much taller than they were. So, is there evolution and devolution? Right? These are things that we all need to take into account. And this is a way of thinking that says, okay, I was raised in this environment with this form of thought. Okay, some of these things make sense. I will hold them. I will hang on to them because they still make sense. Now let me go look over there and see what else is over there and add to my exploration of ideas to see if I can find any common things with what I was raised with. Now, here comes this other source of information. Some of them match, some of them don't. So now you have a bigger picture with some other maybe puzzle pieces over here. You kind of have to still hold on to those puzzle pieces because you don't know what you'll find later on. But guess what? Now you've expanded your ability to perceive. You've gained, I don't know what's falling, but you gained a more spherical perception because you're able to see things from a larger view, right? Now this is a very tough process, and it can lead you to going crazy, as you can never know what to fully stand on firmly, and it feels uncomfortable. It feels very uncomfortable because you're not firm. It's wishy-washy. Oh, maybe it's like this, maybe it's not like this, maybe it is, maybe it's not, I don't know. But the moment you lock yourself into something is the moment you say, I'm done learning. Is the moment you say, that's it, I know it all, I don't need to know anymore. And that's also the moment that you potentially miss out on the full truth and the opportunity to realize your freedom, right? Because remember, if that cage truly is in front of you, it needs a key. It needs a key to open it. And that key likely is your consciousness, your awareness, and your ability to process all this information. Because remember what we talked about in the astral realm, if you don't learn it here, if you don't integrate it here, you won't be able to take it with you there where you need to really apply it. Because likely with your etheric body being tied to your physical body, once your physical body is gone, you're not able to learn any more new things, and you're not able to take that information with you in the astral, where you have maybe a more expanded sense of freedom, and your energetic body is able to dissipate so that your spirit can truly go home, can truly go to where it needs to find that exit point, let's say, to return to source, if that's what you truly want. If it's not, the amusement or park runs 24/7, baby. It's a casino. I was gonna say something else, but yeah, that's it. That's enough for this video. So let me know what you guys thought. That's sort of my idea of the process of thinking that people really need to constantly test on themselves, constantly test what they're thinking, because we've noticed this is a bit more numerologically based. 2022, if it was all love and light, 2 + 2 + 2 is 6. 6 is the number of love, romance, of healing, of material realm, feeling good, pursuing entertainment, things, pleasure, things that feel good, beauty. Whereas 2023, 7, like I mentioned before, you may have noticed the insurgence of the chess theme, of people questioning more and more people talking about exiting the matrix, right? 7 is the number of the matrix. More people started questioning these beliefs from love and light. More people started coming out of that, right? But it's important to constantly keep questioning everything and make up your own idea based on, let's say, everything. Yeah, it's a tough task. You have to really consider everything. And like I was telling you with the example of talking to my religious friend, I had really given him examples of all of these mythologies, but all he could really provide me were some of the Gnostic tales that, or Gospels that he's read, and Christianity. So how can you really believe, yeah man, you know, I've got a good argument here, it's only based on these two things, and even though you look at 90% of things, you know, you're wrong. Because I've seen 2 colors of the rainbow, and those are for sure it. I don't care if you've seen 5 other colors. There's no other colors, dude. It's only 2. Right? And even seeing all the colors isn't the truth, because at the end they still have to combine it all to get the white light. Right? Alright, let me know what you guys thought. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Comment below, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.